Niall Stanage is here, White House columnist with our partners at The Hill, native to Belfast in Northern Ireland, where the protests have been erupting as well. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Sir, isn't this sort of what people have been talking about, of mass migration, groups not assimilating, and sooner or later you're going to have conflict?
You could look at it that way. Migration into the United Kingdom has been above 100,000 for more than 20 years now, and that has clearly created tensions. In this case, though, I think it is the propagation of false information that has created tensions, as you noted in your introduction.
Yeah, no, look, there's a massive amount of gasoline sitting around, and somebody threw a match. That match happened to be false information, notwithstanding if it had been real or if there had been another event that was real, could have had the same result. What we're seeing in these conflicts, though, is real. How does this end?
Well, actually, there is an optimistic note to sound here, because just this evening there have been a lot of demonstrations expected from right-wing groups that have not materialised, and a lot of British citizens presenting themselves to protect asylum centres and to push back on what they think is something being inflamed by the far right.
Okay, so the hooligans have not shown up, and there's sort of this middle ground. Where does the UK go from here? Is there a reckoning over this kind of violence, which we can all agree violence against immigrants is bad, violence against the locals is bad?
Well, I mean, the question of immigration is now a mainstream issue in the UK. The Labour government, which was recently elected, was not an open borders kind of platform whatsoever. They are seeking to restrict immigration across the English Channel in particular. Again, Leland, I want to emphasise the perpetrator of the stabbing of the three young girls was not someone who had arrived by.
No, and the facts do matter. It didn't matter, though, in terms of the riots, correct?
Correct.
The time I've spent in the UK, there are places in Birmingham, there's places, and now I'm blanking, Liverpool, Manchester, others that I was told do not go in because of the sort of, and certainly don't go there with women, because of the Muslim population. It's little Islamabad. Is that still a problem?
I don't think that is a problem. I think that is exaggerated, honestly. I have never been in any no-go area or felt that I couldn't go anywhere in the United Kingdom.
Does the picture surprise you at all?
It surprises me that it has been quite as widespread as it has. There has been rioting or disorder in, I think, about 20 cities, including my native Belfast. It does surprise me that that has caught fire, literally, in the way that it has, but it does appear to be being curbed now. We should mention the British authorities speeding people through the courts to try to cause a deterrent.
Got it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.